Hello everyone, it is Alexis
and Lilian,
and today we're going to be doing a Q&A.
Alexis is feeling very fancy and academic today because of her outfit.
I feel like I'm channeling my inner elementary / high school uniform. I'm on lunch break vibes.
And I feel like I'm channeling my inner I only have one shirt that I like to wear vibes. I've actually been getting a lot of questions from you guys on like Instagram and Twitter and here in the comments just asking for advice on your specific situations.
Yeah, and like we love that you guys ask these advice questions because like we actually want to take our time and give you a proper answer and like sit down and think about it. But as you can imagine, this sounds so douchey, but it's like we do get a lot of like personal messages. We want to actually be answering them instead of, you know, picking and choosing random ones and then we feel bad that we didn't get to another message.
And it's also really hard to give advice just like quickly typing something on Instagram or like responding to a comment or something like that. And that's why we're offering a new modality to be able to give you guys advice. My goal is actually to eventually start offering counseling or coaching services. But that's in the future. For now, we got set up on Wizio. You can find a link in the description below. And there you will be able to ask us questions in a private way. You can either write it or send a video. And then we will give you a 3 to 5 minute video response. It can be about anything like dating, relationships, coming out, figuring out your sexuality. We can even give you feedback on your dating profile because we find that we've been doing that a lot for friends and such. Okay, so check that out, and now let's jump into the Q&A.
Would you go to my class if I was your professor?
Oh my god, she can't get over her outfit. Of course. I would sign up and I'd be right at the front. Do you girls get jealous of each other? And does jealousy exist in a gay relationship like in the straight?
Of each other?
Like, do we get jealous?
Do we get jealous? Okay, yeah, I get jealous. I can get jealous, for sure. I feel like I've gotten much better with that. At least I like to think I have. There was a time when Lilian was at this like bar. She was like playing a show when that was a thing. And this girl like came up to her, and it's like when we first started seeing each other. And then she came and she was like, Lilian, I was doing that, and I was just like,
she was not pleased.
I was like, I'm going to the bathroom. 1 second. How about you? Why don't you answer?
Yeah, when was the last time that I was jealous? For me, it's not like, oh, when someone else is talking to you and I think they're into you. But because the thing is, I would be like jealous all the time because like who's not into her, right? But it's more like if I think that you're into someone, obviously. Oh. Of course, that makes way more sense. If I like know like, oh, this person's kind of like your type. So why do you want to go to this event so badly?
Yeah, I would say to answer the question, it happens. Yes, we get jealous.
Yes.
But it's not like a huge part of our relationship.
No.
Next question.
Someone always asks this question, even though we've answered it a million times, which is,
are you gonna get married?
Oh, that as well. We're gonna answer that one too. No, this one is, what are your zodiac signs?
I am a Pisces.
And I am a Gemini. Did you guess it? Okay, so yeah, let's bring up the question that you were saying before that people also always ask, which is like, are you planning on getting married? We recently celebrated 4 years of officially being a couple. And it's for both of us now, our longest relationship that we've been in.
Definitely.
And so
the happiest.
The answer is, it's a secret.
It's none of your business. But yeah, like we've talked about it.
We have talked about it, even though it's new to me that couples talk about it before they do it.
Okay, before they get okay, you need to have some kind of like...
I didn't know about this, okay? I thought someone just like says like, hey, do you want to get married? And it's like, oh my god, I didn't know that you want to marry me. But then Alexis told me that that's only like that in the movies.
I guess sometimes it's like that.
Yeah, it's like in the failed proposal videos.
Like, I love watching those. I would like to get married to you one day.
It's a secret.
Just kidding. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're so cute. So the short answer is Alexis is very much like a marriage kind of person. She has a wedding Pinterest board.
I even saw the wedding dress that I want yesterday.
Yesterday she's like, Lilian, I found my wedding dress. I'm like, well, I'm glad that's all in place.
It's only like $200.
What?
It's vintage. It was like a really
So why didn't you buy it now because someone else may buy
I
it?
know, I was thinking that. I was like, I should probably buy this dress. And then it's like when we get married, I'm like so over it. I'm like, that dress is
how do
ugly.
I like that?
Why would I want to wear these rags? But it actually is like such a cute dress because it's like linen and then it has like buttons all the way up to the top. It's like really cute.
So yes, that's Alexis. I'm more, I don't know, I don't really understand why people think that some people think that relationships are only legitimized and are only committed if you're married. I really don't see it that way. My parents only got married after like 30 years of being together, and when we were already adults, and it was for tax purposes, and they were like, we never got married until then, and we stayed together, and our friends who got married, they got divorced. So like, what does it actually mean? Because it's like an institutionalized thing. So I'm not like oh my god, I really want to get married, but I do want to have a wedding, and like it doesn't mean that I don't want to get married. It's just I'm not like urging to get married.
But I feel like it's a little more special for like queer couples.
Yes,
you know, because it's
true.
like, yeah, for like the political side of things, it's kind of like, well, here we are.
Yeah, and to be like, you know what, this is a real relationship. We even have the same rights as you.
Boom.
How involved are each of your families in your lives?
Hitting a soft spot here. My family is not really a part of my life. That could be a story for another day if anyone's interested. Yeah, me and my mom, we don't get along. Unfortunately, my dad and I don't talk. And the closest person that was in my life passed away, who was my grandma. So she was pretty much like my mom to me, could tell her anything in the world. But yeah, so me and my family aren't very close.
But that's why family, especially, that's what I love about the queer community, that a lot of times people in the queer community, they're like, well, I have a chosen family, you know? And like, these are my people, and this is what family is like to me.
Definitely.
My family and I...
Okay, she has like a picture perfect family. Like, let's be real.
I would say
you have your mama and your papa and your brother and your sister.
We have a good relationship. Obviously right now I live far. My parents still live in Italy. My sister lives in Berlin. My brother lives in Switzerland. I live in Toronto. But we usually see each other about once or twice a year, more often if we're in Europe. And yeah, I'm lucky to have them.
I always tell Lilian that she should say I love you more to her
parents. Oh my god. Quiet.
Well, it's true.
How did we go through the part of accepting our sexuality, and does religion play a factor, and has it ever made us question things?
This is a great question. I'm sure a lot of people are wondering this. But for me, I'm not much...
You're being so nice and professional.
It's the shirt.
It does have quite the effect, I have to say.
I'm not a religious person. I do have, you know, like a spiritual belief.
Even though you went to a Catholic school?
Yeah, I went to a Catholic school. When I was younger, I was like very religious. Like I prayed before I went to bed, and I always wanted my family, when they weren't broken, to like all pray together before dinner and stuff like that. Like I was really into it. Like I wore a cross. I was like everything, God.
Wow.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
But then I grew up and I was like, nah.
And so how did that affect your sexuality thing? Or has it ever affected you?
No, it hasn't affected my sexuality. It was never anything that I felt like I should be ashamed of, because all of like these influences in my life that were queer or gay and out and proud were always like good influences. So I was like, okay, like I can do this then,
yeah.
You know?
I'm also not a religious person. I didn't grow up in a religious family or anything. My parents both left the church when they were young.
I didn't know your parents were in the church.
Yeah, my mom's side is Catholic and my dad's side is Protestant. But they both left the church because they were like, this is just giving us nightmares. And in terms of accepting it, I feel like when I first thought about the possibility, it was scary. Because again, it's like, oh, can I be like this thing?
Yeah.
But I think it's like you kind of said, it's all about having like positive associations with it, having positive role models and being like, this is not a scary thing, this is nothing that I need to be ashamed of, and it's all about that. So that's why I can see if you have a religious upbringing or just like an upbringing in a family that's like, this is not good,
like, this is sin, then like, you're going to hell. It's
yeah, like, I can see how that's really difficult, because then you have a negative association. It's like, I am this negative thing, and that's horrible. And it's not like that. Why don't you like Tegan and Sarah anymore? Hold on.
Oh my god, this is so funny. We were just talking about Tegan and Sarah today.
Yeah, because their music has just gone from like indie pop gold to like mainstream trash.
And I just want to say that I still love them as people. I still think they're super cool, and I still think they're super cute, and I
mean, I'd still be down to marry Sarah.
I still have dreams about them.
What do you mean still? I thought you were never that into them.
I told you that I had a dream.
I
just like Closer. Like, are you kidding me?
I had a dream with Sarah. It was a long time ago. I still cherish it. We were about to have sex, and then I woke up.
I told you.
This was before I was with you.
Well, I was with you when I had this dream.
See, we get jealous even about each other's dreams.
So jealous.
Yes, they're still great people, but their music is like, come on. But then I understand they want to make money. They're like, this sells, so like, it's probably fun. So.
Yeah, I'm sure they're having a really good time doing it.
But do I listen to their new albums? No. Hell no, it's targeted to 13-year-olds. And it's great that 13-year-olds have role models like that. Then a question that we also get a lot is, why did we move back to Toronto?
It was a mistake.
We question that
every day.
We left Berlin, we just kind of like went traveling, we're like, let's see where things take us. And when we were in South Africa, we made a list of the potential places that we were considering moving to and all the pros and cons. We had like a number system. And then the plan was to go back to Toronto for 1 to 2 years. Because we both have a big network of people here, so we have a lot of opportunities here. There is no language or visa barriers here, and yeah, basically we wanted to go back here to kind of get our shit together and like get our careers on track and things like that. And then the plan was to move back to Europe, potentially Amsterdam after that. So we're not here for the long term. I definitely can't, neither of us can see ourselves like settling here.
Fast forward to then Corona happening, so here we are.
And one of the reasons was also the great music scene here, which now, where is it?
Don't get us wrong, Toronto is fun. It can be a really great city. Obviously everything right now is like super lame because of this whole pandemic going on. So yeah, we're not like giving the finger to Toronto, but
I mean, she's from Toronto.
Yeah, it's like, I just want to be somewhere else.
Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. We hope you learned a lot. And again, if you want some advice, if you just want to have like a chat with us, check out our Wizio, and we'd love to get that going. And I'm actually really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
To getting these questions and being able to help. All right.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We love you, sending you love and health and all that good stuff.
The lighting is shit now, so we gotta go. Cheers.
Cheers.